my seven. I'm ripping in my seven, my seven, my seven. Okay. I'm bouncing in my seven, my seven, my seven. I'm riding in my seven.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Chevrolet254, man. Tuned in for another one. You see the fleet. 82 short bed, 84 Landau coupe, 86 Color Supreme, and then the newest edition, got that LS Brougham, got the LS swaps. All of them LS swap, but y'all knew that. Yeah, LS Brougham. But what I'm finna do, when we put the car in here, when it wasn't moving up under its own power, we just kind of had to try to slide it in there, so it's not necessarily 100% straight. So what I'm finna do, I'm finna move it over just a little bit, probably so I can kind of back it up all the way if I need to. But the toolbox is in the way. Still working out some kinks. Like I said, the LS swap ain't new, but you know, different variables, etc., are. So we changed out our throttle bracket. This one I originally bought, but it seemed like it was having some issues sealing. So what I did is I bought a different bracket, as you can see there, and it just bolts right there to the manifold, and then ran it like that. That one seems to be a whole lot straighter. It may be off just a tad, but it's definitely a lot straighter than the last one was. So like I said, the last one worked. It just wasn't 100% straight. We got the speed density tune on here. I mean, it cranks, it runs, it moves. However, because we don't have no exhaust on there, and it's like very short, I've never had it that short before. But yeah, it's just the manifold joints there. I was trying to find the same downpipes that I use on the Tudo, but I don't think they make them anymore. Even though this is a different brand or a different type of exhaust manifold. Got the little chrome look on there, nice little touch. But yeah, that's what we working with now. Gotta finish cleaning up some of these wires. Some of these is like entirely too long. I don't know if I'm gonna shorten them or I'm gonna just kind of try to tuck them away. But other the wires that like go down to the starter and everything. We're gonna do pretty much the same thing that we did on the other side, where we sanded this down and cleaned it up and then painted it and get that done. But first we're just gonna get it moved and then go from there. You can see on the inside, we got most of the wires tidied up. I just got to zip tie them, but I was able to get them to where they were. I did wrap them, put them in the weave or whatnot. Got our HP tuners here. So what I'm finna do, I'm finna connect the vehicle, and I'm gonna just log just a little bit as I move it, so that I can just assess the data and go from there. But Alright, so back inside of the Bizox. So pull the codes. The only codes I see are these. The master flow is going to be there, of course, because we don't have one. I'm not exactly sure why it's still triggering it. But fuel level sensor, we shouldn't need that because we don't use it. I'll double check it against another one of the tunes, and then the throttle position, intermittent low voltage current. Definitely gonna look into those two codes as well. And the generator F terminal circuit, that one's in history, but the ones that are current are the throttle position, fuel level, and the master airflow. So no misfires. So we're good to go on that. From you hearing it run, like I said, I mean, we still have to pretty much kind of get it where it needs to go. But like I said, there's no misfires that it's recording. So yeah, all the cylinders are firing. All the initial controls passed. Total misfires are 0. As far as the air fuel, we don't have a wideband or any O2s hooked up, but once we get the exhaust, then we can put a wideband in there and or the O2s, get it dialed in where we want it to be, and then go from there. Couplings ratio commanded, 1 lambda, throttle position. Of course, when we did get on the throttle position, when the car moved. So that worked as it should. Engine temp, as you can see there, was rising. So that's working. So coolant temp, intake air temp. Let's see, didn't seem to be any knock retard. Cylinder air mass. Bing bong. Seems like once it started, it stays pretty steady at 49, 50, 51 kPa. Train fluid temp, I don't know where it's getting that information from. Like I said, the O2s, I believe, are disabled or bypassed or whatever, so it should be good to go. And of course, it never goes into closed loop because we don't have the O2 sensors. And I believe, and it was disabled because if you don't have, what happens is if you don't have the O2 sensors hooked up and you have it to where it will go into closed loop, it will run like absolute shit, dog shit to be exact. So that is where we are with that. I was trying to see if maybe if I bring the, okay, yeah. If I bring the brightness down, you can kind of see that better. That's what we're working with there. But like I said, the main thing was just to get it kind of moved over and in position. As you can see, that's the twilight. Yeah, twilight lights work. The delay does work because the other day I turned it up on accident and I was like, why the lights ain't going off? So yeah, my side marker there works. Looks like our brakes are working. Now this one here, I don't know if they just put a brighter bulb in there, but that seems to be the only one that's like super duper lit up. So probably just a different bulb. We'll dive into it. Cause we'll probably change the whole backs, not change the whole back lights, but make it to where they all come on or they all blink when it's time to turn, the same way we did on the box Chevy. And actually, if you don't know what I'm talking about, let me show you here in a sec. But yeah, like now we just gotta, like I said, we've got to finish mounting our fans. I ordered a new transmission core support hold down thingamajigabobber from Summit. So that's gonna go right over top there. So it's gonna go right over top there, and then we're gonna mount the fans to the little holes in the front here, and be good to go with that. And then from there we can pretty much start putting the front clip back on if we choose to. Eventually, I mean, I will. It ain't no big rush. I am trying to make sure, all the lights are there, any electrical issues are addressed, whatever, before we pull it out the garage. But we almost there. The only thing for certain that I know is lacking. Actually, I'm gonna turn the twilight up just a little bit so you can see when you turn the light off. Lights stay on for a little bit. When you turn the key off, lights should stay on for a little bit, and then at the twilight delay request, it will eventually cut off. Any minute now. Just waiting on that twilight. Twilight. Any minute now. There we go. I'm like, what the hell? But yeah, see, that's why I naturally don't, like, I'll put it on like the very first one. And then turn it off, or the second one. So this is the second dot. So it won't be as long as it was last time, but it won't be as short as if I had it on the very first setting. There we go. So I think that's a nice setting. Need time to get to the dough or whatever it is that you're trying to do. So let me grab the keys to the other box here so I can show you what I was talking about, what I plan to do with the tail lights. All right, so I got the keys. I did want to show you those. So as you see, we got the shifter in there, the billet shifter. I like that. That's a nice touch. That's something that we're gonna carry over to the two-door. That's gonna go over to the two-door, and then we got the plethora of all the keys on the box. I'm gonna show you what we're working with. Still gotta fix that damn door. So yeah, I'm gonna replace that shifter and put that shifter in here. A little compliment with the steering wheel and everything like that. Alright, so there we go, Coastizards. I gotta look into that pressure. That pressure don't seem like it could be right, but it could. But yeah, see, on the original box, it only lighted up like to a certain extent. So they got a turn signal right there. So So you see how we got all three of them lighting up when you turn? That's what we gonna do on the Brougham too. Over to the other side. Yeah, so same concept. Just so they know that we turning. I know originally it's like the two outer ones. I'm like, why not all three? Why not all three? But they decided against it, so it is what it is. I know they also got like a billet one of these. I'm gonna probably go ahead and order that. So I replaced the shifter and the little twist iron there. Got that'll fit. We good to go. Still kind of deciding what I'm gonna do with this radio, man. There is like a face thing that goes around it or whatever. However, should be good to go. Should be good to go. Let her run a little bit. Yeah, eventually though, the goal is to go ahead and finish up whatever we need to finish up on this one so we can go ahead and pull it out. And then when we pull this one out and set it over here, then we can pull the blue box in and then go from there. We can start sanding and etc. Disassembly for the what you call for the paint, so we can get ready for Whip Fest. So make sure you keep it locked. Keep it locked. It's your boy Rod254. Remember, identify your weaknesses, make your strength. Life is all about choice to choose wisely and productivity over procrastination. And remember, the hustle don't stop, the grind don't stop. Don't.